Welcome to episode 2. What does Christian Community Church believe? Here we go. Essential number 2. The scriptures of the Old and New Testaments are inspired by God and are God's supreme and final authority in life and faith. From the scriptures, we have our basis for all beliefs and actions. What does authority mean? In this case, it means that the Old and New Testaments contain within them the reality and meaning behind all God's creative and redemptive purposes. The scriptures are 43% narrative, 33% poetry, and 24% discourse. This means the vast majority of the Bible is not written like a letter to a New Testament church. No other collection of authors or literary styles more completely communicates the message of God than the whole of the Bible. As the Bible Project video included in our previous episode explained, all Scripture is Jewish meditation literature. It is not meant to be understood all at once or in isolation from other believers. Rather, it is meant to be meditated on over a lifetime and shared and discussed, generously among both local and larger Christian communities. This is congruent with our church's non-denominational identity. Our beliefs and actions are to be based on Scripture, which is given by the communal, triune God, who exists as the ultimate definition of love himself. Wolfhart Pannenberg says, everything that is said in Christian theology on the one God has to be predicated then on the three persons of the Trinity in their communion. The nature of God is one of communion. The authority of Scripture does not point us to hierarchy, but to a unified relationality. While God communicates his nature and the nature of humankind through Scripture, it is the meaning, not the language itself, which is of primary importance. There must also be theological space for Spirit-initiated illumination, confirmed via accountability in Christian community that God is in the act of creating. One theologian makes this statement: the major significance of the Bible is that it reflects the life of the community of Israel and the early church, as those communities sought to come to terms with the central reality that God was present with them in ways that regularly outran their ability to understand or cope. The nature of the triune God defines love. Christ drew from Deuteronomy and Leviticus to show how loving God and loving one's neighbor are congruent in meaning with all of the law and the prophets. Matthew 22, verses 36 through 40. Making Scripture the supreme and final authority in our lives will be a lifelong process that requires community and a willingness to receive correction.